Hi, welcome to the Market Alert for Thursday, the 9th of April 2020. So, stocks bounce on peak virus hope despite world's deadliest day yet. Well, it's never really made any sense, has it, apart from that they want the market up and they'll do anything they can to actually drive prices to the upside, irrespective of whatever. But all you need is just one bit of information like this peak virus, which obviously I would imagine is not the case. All it needs is news today to say that peak not reached, and then we see the market move lower. Also, again, we've got a surge before the close, 20 points in the S&P in one tick, just one tick on a 2 billion market on close buying balance order. It seems to be a bit of a theme coming here with these market on close, and whether it's to sell or to buy, it's interesting. Because what it's pointing to is a lack of liquidity in the markets if they're having to wait until the market on close to do these orders. So let's have a look at yesterday. Starting off with the daily chart, we can see that we had the reversal back to the upside, and the 62% retracement is now in focus. There's in the crosshairs there to actually be hit, and given that tomorrow is Good Friday, the market's closed until Tuesday, so there's not going to be anything too hysterical. But that said, we have got the initial jobless claims today, and no doubt if they come out lower than forecast, that will send the market zooming to the upside. Whether we get anywhere near the 24,940 remains to be seen, but it'll certainly be interesting. Let's just have a look at the intraday for yesterday. This is the pre-market session, and you can see there from 7:20 yesterday the market down. Market's tested, selling's gone, they bring the market back. You can see the retracements here, the 62.76, and then again here from here to here is 76%, and then you get the smaller ones as the market then moves higher all the way up until we get the start of the session. You see the market there breaking through the 200 MA with buying. The green bars represent buying. The market comes back down to the 20 bar moving average. Then we get through the DP. The market then trades sideways on the DP and the 20 bar moving average before moving higher. And then we get into the main event, and there we see prices struggling to begin with. Bit of a battle going on as the cash market opens and people want to get out of their positions. Market's forced down towards the 200 MA there, and then it's just a matter of running the market back to the upside. 100, 200, 300, 400, about 500 points back to the upside there. And then the double top at the R1, we've got a 76% retracement there. The market then is pulled back to the 50 bar moving average, and then we have another run back to the upside. And then in the last 10 minutes of trade, you get what we saw there with the S&P, the market moving back to the upside as the market on close orders are activated to bring the rebalance to the market there. So overnight, we've got prices very quiet actually here. Oh, that's the latter part of the day session. Of course, the pivots indicate where the new one starts. So we started off by moving up to yesterday's high. The market's failed to hold so far and has been moved down. Let's see where we are currently in this market. So we're above the high, the 200 MA, and above yesterday's close. So but sideways at the moment, and certainly we do this, you'll see we're above the DP level as well. So still bullish as far as this market's concerned. Just have a look at the implied volatility. This dropping off sharply yesterday down to 38. This has got to come back, as I've said before. Before you can have the next leg down in the market, the volatility has to come out, and the froth has to come out of the options prices. And that's what we're looking at here. And you can see that if it was a pint of beer, then the froth is really evaporating here at the moment. And that's what you're seeing. And the same in the color-coded version, everything green because we're above the 20 bar moving averages with prices, and the implied volatility is below the 20 bar moving average as well. The amber indicates that either one or the other is above or below. And the main event today, of course, it's Thursday, and we've got the unemployment figures. But just before we look at that, we've also got OPEC meetings as well. It'll be interesting to see what happens with this one, but given that the global economy is shut down, demand for crude oil obviously has fallen off a cliff, and it's going to take a moment or two to use up the surplus, let alone try and create any demand going forward. Certainly at the moment, that's for sure. ECB monetary policy accounts, they're out at 12:30, and the main event for today, well, there's two actually. We've got the unemployment claims, which I'll come back to in a second, and then Powell is going to be speaking at 3 p.m. as well. What's he speaking about? It's not the Humphrey Hawking, is it? Let's just have a look. Due to speak about the economy at the Brookings Institute in Washington, D.C. Via satellite. So it'll be interesting to see. So there's no major announcement from Powell, but the market's going to react if he said he's going to continue to print to infinity. That will send the market to the upside, as will the jobless claims as well. Now, you see, last week they were a million miles out. The forecast was 3 million. It came in at 6.6 million, and today they're going for 5 million initial jobless claims. Could be more, could be less, who knows. Certainly not good out there, and it could actually breach this projected and forecasted figure here. We'll just have to wait and see. But either way, I'm sure this is going to be factored in, unless it's 10 million, is going to be factored in to make sure that the market has that bounce and heads all the way to the 24,940. And if you look at the weekly chart as well, you can see we got the 50% there at 24,229, also within range as well. So yeah, let's wait and see what happens. We're above the, or heading towards the 200 MA as well. We need to close above this in the weekly chart as well. So a quick look at the monthly chart. That's just making its way back. Nothing to really see there. But certainly in the weekly chart and the daily chart, these are crucial areas for this market. Okay, that will do it for this one. Like I say, we're heading into the holiday weekend. Record tomorrow, but then of course we're not going to see an awful lot until we get back on Tuesday. So yeah, enjoy the weather, and as ever, thanks for watching. See you in the next one.